Good day, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, to push out some information out there for you that will be a lot of benefit for every one of us. Um, Thank you and welcome to my class. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here today, we're going to be discussing the reason why credit card is far better than debit card in your day-to-day purchases or activities as far as is finance. Here we're going to talk about credit card. Just be ticking as I'm talking about it. Credit card gives you something we call a soft loan without you paying any interest back. And this is not your money. Without you paying any interest back through balance transfer and then money transfer. While debit card gives you a tough loan that you have to pay back interest, with that we call APR, starting from 27%, 20-something percent upward. It could be much more than that. You pay tough back, and then that starts immediately, like from the end of the following month. Meanwhile, again, there's also consumer safety. Consumer safety, like for example, you purchase anything online and then you don't get delivery of what you purchase, or someone steal your card, you lose your card, and someone steal that card and then use it to buy anything, whether in a shop or online, whichever way whatsoever. There is what we call consumer safety, that once you report the situation to your bank, there is 100% guarantee that you will be able to get the money back. Meanwhile, if it were to be a debit card, bank is not going to be able to pay you back the money. Okay? Even when you create dispute or whatsoever, you will go to hell, and you probably not be able to get the money back. That's number 2. Or number 3, I don't know. Number 4, you will also be recognized by lenders online. Meaning, whenever you want to buy any huge purchases that has to do with buying a house or buying a car, buy a phone contract, whatsoever that has to do with contract, purchases, you will be recognized online, unlike someone that's using a debit card. Okay, these are things that you need to know. Now, we'll go further to discuss the in-depth. We will dive in for you to be able to understand the reason why you truly need to favor yourself. Use credit card to your own advantage rather than boring yourself using debit card for purchases every now and then. And some people are benefiting using credit card every now and then than using debit card. Okay, so now I'll go back to what I have tried to summarize in a rush for someone who just wants to listen quickly and get going. Okay, so like I said earlier, when I say credit card gives you a soft loan without you paying back, and whatever I say here is what I have practiced years or minimum of months. But I can tell you, I've been using credit card now. I can't even remember the year. That's how far it has gone. And that is how far it has benefited my finances, that I don't have to stress so much looking for money at all costs that I do not have. And yet, I'm able to carry out whatever anyone who is just focusing on debit card alone, scared to play risk, believing credit card is another form of drowning probably yourself. Meanwhile, you do not realize that when you play risk, you have to also be responsible. Responsibility is a key word. It's always very important in everything you do. Put in your very best to at least be respected, be responsible. Let people appreciate that your word is your bond. When you say it, you live by it. If there's anything whatsoever that could create unnecessary obstacles, right? Unnecessary obstacles that you did not create by yourself. Everyone who has seen that, when you say it yesterday, it is like that today. When you say it 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 1 week, few years ago, it is always like that the following day. I can assure you, there will be an understanding factor that will make them so better and not push you too hard. So, therefore, that is exactly the kind of mindset that you needed in order to use a credit card. If you are the type that does not have value for money, you are the type that does not respect spending money, like you borrow money from someone and you have the tendency, the integrity to pay back the person, I would say maybe credit card is not for you. But here, I am here to discuss with you how beneficiary credit card can ever be for your finances, for your financial growth compared to debit card. Someone will say, the money I don't have, I don't spend. And that's why you see yourself not growing. That's why you see yourself not growing. And meanwhile, you are this type that is always very, very uptight in making sure you don't mess your name up. You are the type that can play risk. Is what you only needed is better knowledge, deeper knowledge on how you should navigate yourself and be serious in paying back. Okay, I've said it. Soft loan. Soft loan is in terms of there is this opportunity, the benefit of bank balance transfer and money transfer. You see these two. The balance transfer works that maybe you have two credit cards, for example, which I always advise. You have two credit cards, for example. You have been spending from one of the credit card, okay? And then the other credit card, you still have, you have money there that you haven't spent. You have a credit limit that you have not spent. And by the end of the month, you are supposed to pay back before the end of the month. That's what it's supposed to be. You buy, you purchase, you pay back before the end of the month, so that you will not incur APR. I was levied on purchases. So it's either you bring in cash to pay, or you use balance transfer of the other credit card to clear your loan or your debt in this particular credit card. And there you are, you pay nothing back. That is called interest. So tell me, that is one. Secondly, you can as well use money transfer. Is another benefit different from balance transfer. Balance transfer operates between two credit cards. Now, money transfer operates between your credit card to your own current account, your own current bank account that you have a debit card attached to it. Do you understand now? So you can transfer money from your money transfer, transfer money, raw cash. It turns out to be cash by the time it landed in your current account. You can transfer money from your credit card that you do not have. Imagine if you have a credit card worth £20,000. Okay? Or £5,000 or £10,000 or £1,000, depending whatever. And then you have something, a particular project that's very dear to you, and you know at the end of the day you are going to get a lot of benefit from that project. You're sure you've done your research, you've done your due diligence, and you're going to get something great from that project. You can transfer that amount from credit card into your current bank account. Then it turns out to be cash, and then you will be able to use that cash eventually to carry out the finances on that project successfully. The money you do not have, since you'll be working your ass out, you will have access to that soft loan. And this money transfer benefit I'm talking about, the benefit could last you for like 12 months, 15 months, 24 months, depending on the type of credit card you have and the type of bank you have the credit card with, without paying any interest on that credit, on that benefit of money transfer, until the end of the duration that it lasted for. That is when interest will be levied if you have not cleared the account by, like, you have not paid up completely within that 12 months or 15 months or 24 months. You haven't paid up the loan you have collected. That's when they will now apply the interest, which we call APR, on them for you to start paying now, and with interest, which is crazy. If you understand what I mean. Those who have had credit card already, they will understand what I mean. Some of them they have not been using it, they never take risk, they don't bother because they are scared. So within that period of that they've given to you as a leverage, you pay nothing. Whatsoever amount you are paying into that credit card, let's say for example you collected £5,000, for example, and then every month you are paying back £500. Let's just say that. You could pay more than that or less than that, but let's just say £500 you are paying into that account, or 1,000, whichever way, whatever amount that you know you are comfortable with, you are paying it back for that period. They will be reducing. If you pay 500, for example, the balance that will be remaining for you to pay will be £4,500. There won't be anything like, oh, they've applied interest, and then when you pay 500, then they take interest from that 500. Maybe the interest is like £200. Then 300 will reduce your debt. That's your loan, and then you now have £4,700 remaining for you to pay. No, that's not the way it's going to be. It's going to be 4,500, because there is a benefit leverage to you for that period. 12 months, 15 months, 24 months. You will pay nothing back. Nothing back you will not pay until you fall defaulted by the end of that period and you have not paid up. Whose fault is that? That is yours. And you should be able to understand the reason why you have some difficulties. But that does not mean you're going to be having problem generally. Probably it's just about £1,000 remaining. Maybe you've cleared about £4,000. So £1,000 will not cause you issue. Or you've even paid up. Do you understand? Guess what? Even though it's £1,000 remaining, I talked about balance transfer the other time. You can as well use balance transfer of the other credit card to clear off that's £1,000, and you'll be free from you'll be free from APR, the interest that they will be collecting on that £1,000, because you can end up using, instead of paying £1,000, you can end up paying £1,500 or £2,000 at the end of the day by the time you finish up, because of that interest that will be levied on the balance of your debt that is remaining that you haven't cleared. And I'm sure as I'm talking right now, some people who have business IQ up here, they already understand what they can do. They already understand the project they can use that money for. Soft loan. No paying any APR. No APR, no interest. That is that. Then another is that, as you were using this credit card, on your, I've talked about that. Again, credit card is also meant for you to be using on your day-to-day purchasing, spending, which some of the banks, any product you've got to buy in the supermarket, in a shop, anywhere, online, whatsoever, do you know that some of them pay you back 1 pence on every £1 that you spend as a cashback? That depends. As a cashback, they pay you back for using that credit card to buy things. They are paying you money for using the money you do not have to carry out purchases. I don't know if this is of a great deal for you. That is one. Another, again, is that you are also being recognized by lenders. When I say lenders means you want to buy a particular something that is important to you, that is going to make you happy, and you do not have the money. Even though you are working you work daily, you do not have money to carry out all of those spending. For example, you have a problem with your refrigerator in the house. You don't have enough money to buy the refrigerator. Use it. Use the credit card to do it. Because you have been using credit card, lenders recognizes you. Lenders means those who will help you to buy any refrigerator you needed, to buy any contract, phone that you needed, any car that you needed, any house that you needed, and so on and so forth. Shoe, clothing, whatsoever. And then you wanted them, you needed them, and you don't have enough money. And then you approach the merchandise that you want this, and you don't have money. They will say, okay, we have some lenders that usually borrow our customers money to acquire this particular product, and then you'll be paying them back every month. So what will make the lenders to be able to recognize that you are responsible, you are reliable, you have integrity, for them to be able to buy those things on your behalf, and then you'll be paying them back every month with a certain little amount of interest, is credit card that will make them recognize you, because you have been using credit card all these years, all these months. Some people approach shops, or some people call telecommunication company that they want to get a contract phones, so that you can have access to data, unlimited data, phone calls, text messages, and whatsoever, and they get declined. Or any other product, they get declined. They don't know the reason why they get declined. And then they will start mourning. They will be mourning and be saying, oh, what did I do? They said, Sorry, you can't give me the product I wanted because I got declined. They don't know why they got declined. And they've been living a very simple, straightforward lifestyle. They even want to buy a house. They declined them. Do you understand now? And they've been packing a lot of cash to be able to pay deposit for the house. And they get declined. And they'll be dragging this for God knows how long. They get declined. Why? Because you have ventured now into an industry where it is lenders that controls that territory. Not simple people like you are that doesn't want to play risk. They control, they are the owners of all those products. They are the backbones of those products. They are the one that borrows those companies, those merchandise, money to be able to run their business. So they want to deal with people of credit responsible individuals. Someone that they can go on their computer, enter the person's name and details, and then it will come back and say, yes, here is him. Unlike somebody that they put blah blah blah, and yeah, but nothing shows. And then you will now see yourself that you are treated like a fraudster. That's why they couldn't give you this. Do you understand? Meanwhile, those who does not even work as much as yourself, or those who doesn't make money as much as yourself, or those who are not as responsible as yourself, they get what you do not, what you couldn't get. Why? Because they have been using credit card that have been putting them online. For example, like what I'm doing right now. Where do I upload this video? I upload them on YouTube channels and some other social medias like Instagram and all that. Imagine you go on Instagram or you go on YouTube or you go online, you search for me. You will see me. Unlike somebody who has never done anything online.